Bonjour, bonsoir, dear friends. Another JCB Live. So exciting to be again in the kitchen of Raymond Vineyards. This is Wine Style with the long-awaited Donnell. She's back. She's got a cocktail for us. Some of the most sexy, exciting, inviting summer cocktails you all need to do. And of course, the pillar, the foundation of the kitchen from Michoacan originally. And you remember a few days ago, you enjoyed the fabulous chip and ceviche and guacamole. Today we're going to dive further into the world of snacking, but we're going to make our own chips.
Yep, certainly.
Potato chips, and guess what? For the people who want to be healthy, me once in a while, a little kale. So it's going to be so fun, but we should start with Donnell because we want something in our mouth.
I'm ready.
So Donnell, it's all you.
So I thought we would start with the Haute Couture.
Well, this is a very exciting wine, as you know, we made in France. Haute Couture, the symbol of beauty, the symbol of charm. All Donnell on the fashion aisle. She's on stage and fashioning the Haute Couture. So we took France as the kaleidoscope, if you wish, or more importantly, the canvas, or even more importantly, all the fabric of the dress. Silk, leather, obviously velvet, velour, and all of those, and blended over 5 key grape varieties, from Uni to Chardonnay, to naturally French Colombard, to of course Chenin Blanc. And we have 2 styles, a Rosé style with a little more Pinot Noir. Of course, we're from Burgundy, so we have to contribute with more Pinot. And a Brut dry, which is, of course, more with Chardonnay. So when you think of the Brut, Chardonnay foundation, and you think of the Rosé Pinot Noir. Love it because we designed it with fashion, with style, with gorgeous legs. Guess where my eyes are going? Gorgeous legs in mind. So this is all about Donnell, and this is your world, Donnell. You want to try it first to make sure it's good? Woo! Maybe just to rinse the glass, just to make sure, Donnell. Look at that. I perfectly shake it a little bit so it looks exciting.
I just dribbled a little.
Ooh, that was nice. Did you like it?
I liked it.
How did it feel?
Cold.
On your body?
Anyways, so I love to drink when it's hot outside and in the afternoon. I'm more of a daytime drinker, so I thought it would be fun to make some fun cocktails with the champagne that you can drink in the afternoon when it's nice and hot outside.
Love it.
Yeah.
Which is exactly the season we're entering into. We have 95 degrees today, beautiful Napa Valley. The region is reopening, our tasting rooms are vibrant. We can see people outside in the grove.
Yeah.
So all of you who happen to come to Napa, come and see us. And if you see Donnell, just ask her for one of those. It's not on the menu, but you know.
So we're gonna fill a shaker with some ice, and we're gonna put a...
What is that?
This is lemon sorbet that Rafael was nice enough to make for me.
Look at this beautiful thing. Ooh la la.
And I'm gonna cheat a little, and I'm gonna put a ½ an ounce of the JCB vodka in with this.
So what does it add? The JCB vodka.
Flavor.
Density, richness, flavor. Made from grapes. This is our classic Chardonnay Pinot Noir. We make wine. A few months later, we distill it 7 times, filter it gently and slowly, and we end up with a very flavorful, rich, dense vodka. Surprising. No potato, no grain, no corn. Who wants to drink that stuff? Potato should be saved for the beautiful chips we're gonna make. Who wants to drink potato?
Well, vodka goes good with anything, in my opinion. Vodka's great with anything. So you want to shake this?
She puts me to work. I have to open the bubbles. Now I have to shake.
Shake it harder.
feels like tequila sunrise. Some of you may have seen the movie with Tom Cruise. Tequila sunrise. I watched it 3 times. Not for Tom Cruise, for the girls who was obviously seducing.
So that's all shaken.
So no stirring, because I remember you stirred before.
Right, this melted the
Did I shake enough?
Yes, you did. So then we're gonna add...
I want to pass.
4 ounces of the Rosé. And I know that John Charles likes to tease me about my measuring of things. And the reason, for one, is so the cocktail tastes right. And the second is so it fits in your glass correctly. If you put too much, it's not going to fit right.
I love it when we did the Jean Fees, the Ramos recipe, which I adored.
Love those.
It was a Sunday late afternoon. I had some guests coming, and I couldn't get it as high and as fluffy. So I called Donnell, and she said, Jean-Charles, you're missing the real sugar. Be wild and go for it. And I did it in the mixer, and it was gorgeous, and people loved it. So I think sometimes you want to deviate from recipes, but I think it's important to stay on track.
Right. So then you're just going to strain it into the beautiful passion glass.
Oh, ooh.
And that's the purpose for measuring correctly.
Look at that gorgeous color.
And then add maybe 3 raspberries. They float to the top. And it's delicious.
That's it?
That's it.
Now I've
You
learned
try.
something.
I've already had mine this morning.
In love with it.
Perfect.
Well, sorbet, lemon, raspberry, fabulous flavor. The natural strawberry, blueberry, and raspberry from the wine, which is very prominent because this wine is very flavorful, with the density and the richness of the JCB vodka is amazing. God.
Winner?
Well, it's you are the winner. Consequently, it is the winner. So I think what we need to do is share with Rafael, don't you think?
Yes. We'll share with Rafael while he makes some homemade chips.
So dear friends, so cool. This summer, as early as now, make some chips. Don't go to the store and make it easy and buy the typical chips. I won't name brands, I love them all. As you know, I'm a big chip eater. And Rafael, a secret, I love chips and chocolate milk. Oh, wow. This has been crazy. I love the two together. Wow. Chips and chocolate milk. My lovely wife Gina is the same. We have that in common. So when we watch a movie sometimes very late at night after a few bottles of wine, chips and chocolate milk. But I have a real recipe, and that one is at Oakville Grocery now. Great milk from Alexander Valley Farm, and of course, the best chocolate. So Rafael,
beautiful.
How are we gonna make chips?
Yeah. So for this recipe, it's simple. I like to use Canada potatoes because they're fried better than russet potatoes, Yukon potatoes. But if you try to use something else, this is the best, like the best potato to use. So please, bear with me. So
and dear friends, you know, it appears simple. Potato is a potato, not at all. We grow potatoes here at Raymond, and at Deloach, we have 11 different varieties of potatoes. So be very specific. It's not because potato could be the cheapest thing you buy that it should be undermined. Potatoes is very exciting, and guess where it was discovered? I believe in this beautiful country of America!
So I'm gonna do at least 2 potatoes so I can show you everything. So it's simple. Peeling up, gotta get the scale peeling. Joshua, he's really good too at peeling potatoes.
Thank you, yes. I'm taking just a little break off it because you're so much faster than me.
So we'll do potatoes that peel, they're nice, ready. So I got my French mandolin. This is a piece of equipment. It's amazing. You can do so many things with it. So it has the blaze. You can do some julienne carrot, julienne vegetables, julienne zucchini, squash, whatever. So, and then you move this little blade right here, and then you can do the different type of cut of potato. So you move it, and then that's it. So for this one, she's gonna slice the potato nice and thin. So you move it kind of, you need to move it just on the side you want until you get like a nice thickness. I don't want it like really paper thin, and like just, you can totally, let's see this one. See, like right there, it's perfect. That's what you're looking for. So for this, and this mandel, you gotta be very careful. I see so many people cutting the sauce with it. So that's that. So and I have my oil preheating at 350 degrees. Easy. That's a skill right there. See? Right
That's
there.
a great skill. So, dear friends, as I was telling you, you know, potatoes came from Peru and Bolivia, and to the old world, of course, as we typically give the Irish a lot of credit. But what is so exciting, again, we talked about the history of donuts, of crepes, of waffle, and so many other great recipes. The history, Rafael, of chips started in America in the middle of the 19th century. I may surprise you, not in France. We did French fries, of course, but in one restaurant in 1847, 1850, some guests complained that the fries were way too thick. So the chef, an African-American great chef, decided to actually make them thinner. Everybody loved them. And that was the birth of what we call today potato chip. So I think it's so great to be able to trace back so many unusual inventions to the US as well, right, Rafael?
Yes, exactly.
You know, from South America, where a lot of those things were found as vegetables. And we'll talk in a moment about kale fries or kale potato chips, but no potatoes, so kale chips. Will be quite exciting as well to comment on. So that's it?
That's it. So this one I like to soak them in water for at least 10-15 minutes, and then you gotta make sure they're well dry before you fry them. They were gonna splash all the oil everywhere. And like I said, with this we call the French mandolin. So this, like I said, this is a piece of equipment, really nice. You can do so many things with it, but not necessarily you need it. So for this one, like I said, look at this type of chip, the little holes in it. I love this piece. It's the same thing. You just soak them in water at least 10 minutes, and it's done. So this is it. This is done. I'm gonna put it to the side, and I have some that already been soaking in water. They're ready to go. See, they're crisp. They're ready to go. Ready to go fry them. And like I say, you need to dry them, but for this one, I don't think I'm not gonna dry them. I'm just gonna roll it. Do a quick dry in the towel. And there goes into the fryer. So these are gonna go fast. They're gonna go for at least 3 to 5 minutes, and they're done. Oil 325, 350. That's good what you're looking for. Sometimes when you throw the potatoes, the temperature's gonna drop. You want them to cook quick.
They look gorgeous. Again, grapeseed oil. We are very consistent. Well, I'm just wondering, we should soon start another cocktail because we're getting thirsty. You took over the other one, so it's going to be time to start a new one. Donnell, what do you think? How long does it take to cook?
This is like at least 5 to 6 minutes when we're done.
So, meanwhile, let's show our friends how we do another cocktail.
Okay.
So, Donnell, what else?
We're gonna do a sparkling julep. So it's a play on the mint julep, but instead we're gonna use, of course, our sparkling, the Haute Couture, and we're gonna use a little bit of the JCB cognac.
Dear friends, this is the famous cognac. We've been cooking a lot with it. As you can see, founded in 1969, where a young man was born. That is in front of you. Young because I'm only half a century, and many of you watching are half a century or more. Very exciting. The best of the cognac. We've only made 269 bottles. This is 1969, mouth blown by French artists in the south of France. You could see that gorgeous decanter. Not every one of them is the same, and it has this really beautiful, very fashionable necklace, which says timeless, stylish, and majestic. So we're gonna go crazy because we favor the ingredients and we want the best of the best. So we're gonna go with the 1969, and then we're gonna do the Haute Couture, the Brut Blanc, as you can see, which is dry on the finish. And this is again Chardonnay base, but with Uni, French Colombard, and wonderful other varieties like Chenin Blanc in it. So Donnell, it's all you!
Okay, so we're going to start with 5 fresh mint leaves and a ½ ounce of the simple syrup. And I love using the passion glasses. They're my favorite for everything.
Ultimate luxury moment.
Yes. So we're gonna muddle this up in here.
Hey, what a kitchen. We're making cocktails, we're making chips. And you know,
This one's really simple.
so you just
Muddle that up, infuse the mint with the simple syrup.
maybe I'll remove this so everybody can
Okay.
see your magical movement. Donnell, look at that. Up. Here we are.
All muddled. Then we are going to add the cognac,
1969.
½ ounce.
We might as
Yeah.
well just put the best everything in the cocktail.
Absolutely.
It's a cocktail, so it feels.
You want to open
Oh,
that?
you want me to do that again? I'm going to aim for Julia this time. Maybe we'll see the Haute Couture fashion show, how that happens. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! How many? 1,
4.
2, 3 et 4.
And
What is this?
this is bitters.
Ah, Angostura bitters.
This is bitters. A few dashes of bitters and ice. Add a little bit of ice, not full yet, just so you can mix it all up
So you do it directly in the glass, huh?
directly in the glass.
Why not? Fresher,
Yeah.
deeper, denser, no dilution.
No dilution. Top off with some more ice.
Ooh, look at this beautiful decoration. And what is that?
This is a sprig of mint for the top. And we can put a lemon twist too. And I wanted to show everybody how to make a lemon twist the easiest, quickest way.
Please. I've always wondered.
Okay. Rafael, can I use your knife?
Good shot.
So I cut off both ends.
Ooh, it hurts.
And
Aren't we
then
having fun
I
today?
use either, if you have an ice pick at home, or an oyster shucker. So you have this beautiful skin in here, the white part. And you're just gonna put it in like this, and you're gonna go around pushing
Oh.
on one side, and then you're gonna do it on the other side.
We have so much to learn from Donnell. Just ask, and she tells you the story.
And then the lemon comes right out,
That's
Well, that was easy.
right? So then you have all of this, you can use this for lemon juice, lemonade.
She's looking at me because that's the way I have my water these days. We've had amazing lemon on Raymond property, Wapo Hill, Donnell. So we have an incredible collection of great lemons. So we use it, we freeze them. Sorbet that Rafael did make.
Right. So then you have your twist. You just cut it. Cut one end open.
It's beautiful.
There's your twist.
Oh, wow. So elegant. I get to taste. I'm honored. Oh.
Love it.
You see, I often look at people enjoying cocktails. They never smell them. I think the aroma, the olfactive, is as important as the taste. So good. Fresh, refreshing, crisp, and I think we can make big jug of it too.
You can.
That's the beauty, and serve a lot of friends on the terrace, on the patio, in your garden, and have those beautiful mint influenced, flavored. Oh, fantastic. I'm feeding Donnell before the Kyle.
It's delicious.
I'm in the kale, but you know French accent, how that works. So the next one over, dear friends, we're going to be trying is the solids that goes with it. But Donnell, what's the name of the cocktail?
Oh, this
Forgive
is
me.
the sparkling julep.
Sparkling
Sparkling julep.
I'm a fan of it.
A take on the mint julep, but like I said, with our cognac and the Haute Couture Blanc.
And the cognac really
it.
adds something
You're
amazing.
trying to get me
You can
drunk, huh?
taste it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we're going to do a wrestling match. You remember?
Oh, that is good. Ooh. Delicious. Deliciousness.
So, where are we standing on our chips?
Oh my god, let's do this. So the chips, finally they're done. Put them in the bowl.
Oh, so gorgeous and fluffy.
See how gentle he is?
Yes.
And then that's it.
Can we try one?
Yeah.
After
You
you
gotta
do
just put a
it.
little bit mold, salt, vinaigrette.
When do you add the salt?
Let's do it. Right after frying. Bah.
Dear friends, I'm the first guilty one in the car with the chocolate milk and the soft drinks, carbonated drinks. I love chips. But when you make them at home, there's a different taste, there's a different flavor. Whether it comes from the oil, the sauce, the salt, and you have salt and vinegar blended together, right?
Yep. Salt, yes, mold, salt.
So how do you put the vinegar within the salt?
This is mold, salt, vinegar. So we got the vinegar that we dry. We reduce it down. A little bit of sugar to reduce everything down. And then after that, we just let it dry and break it. We put it in the food processor, and that's how you make the vinegar powder. And then you just incorporate it with the salt.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's the powder.
So you make it in advance and then you
Yes,
just...
you gotta make it in advance. So this salt vinegar powder.
Oh.
So,
Very
yes.
cool.
So that's that, and then like I said with the French mandolin, I was trying to explain it to you.
It's
to
a
everybody.
mandolin.
It's a mandolin.
Mandolin,
French,
just
it's
like
French.
music tool.
Because it's two. So this one, like I said, made 3 different types of potatoes cuts with it. So this will make a little short French.
Love it.
That's just like for garnish.
And I love it because
for
they're
anything,
finger.
you know?
Those, I love them too. You make them smaller and you curl them, which is great. But what is so nice, and I recommend that for you at the house with friends, it's small, elegant as well for ladies who doesn't want to have her mouth full of things. Very elegant, very crisp.
So for the next one, we're gonna do some fried kale chips. This one you can do baked, little toss, a little bit of salt, pepper, olive oil, and that goes in the oven, but it has to be a very slow temperature because if it's too high, it'll burn and they will never crisp up.
Yeah.
So it has to be the temperature of 200 degrees for at least 20 to 25 minutes until they're crisp, and then you pull them out and they're pretty much ready. But this one this is what we're gonna do a little fry, so it'll be quick.
So dear friends, this is actually a very unique moment. Let's talk about kale. Kale comes from the Eastern Mediterranean border, way thousands of years ago, cultivating thanks to this beautiful climate. Northern America obviously is the biggest producer today, specifically in California. Kale is a must in your garden. One, it's very healthy. Besides being beautiful and the shades of green, it's very healthy. It's an antioxidant, very similar to grapes. So you want to have that for your blood circulation, you want to have that for your heart, you want to have that as a healthy component. And finally, it grows beautifully here on the West Coast and gives you an amazing bush that is colorful. And I really believe, on top of it, it's very low in calories, but it has iron, which is exactly what you need in your body. So when you think about potato chip, you may say, okay, it's a potato, carb, what have you. Here, this is part of the cabbage family. So very healthy again. My lovely wife, in preparation of today, did the recipe that Rafael gave her, and it was magnificent. We had kale fries all weekend.
You know, the other thing is very forgiving to grow. It's really easy. It doesn't require like a lot of care for other things, tomatoes or usually anything that if you got the love and passion for it, it's very easy to grow. But especially kale, very forgiving.
Show closer to our friends the beautiful shade of green.
It's nice.
I mean, I love kale. I love to harvest it. You cut it with scissors if you want, and you clean them in long leaves. And here it is.
Just be careful when you do that. That's what I like to do my lab. When you drop it, make sure you sink it all the way to the bottom. It takes about a minute and it's done. It's a quick fry and then that's it. And voila, that's it. We ate kale chips. Nice and crispy. You know,
After this beautiful shower of grapeseed oil, it was actually very good. We told you we operate a spa at the same time in the kitchen. And as you're going to get closer, you're going to see that beautiful green.
yeah,
I mean, the green, so fabulous. I show our friends. I mean, I'm going to be bragging for him. Look at how beautiful. Look at the different shades of green. I mean, this is a picture on its own.
So this is the came out of the fryer, they're nice and crispy. Then we're just gonna finish with a little bit of salt and then that's it.
The same salt?
I use the same salt. You can use regular salt. I use a little bit so you get a little bit of from the malt vinegar. And then that's it.
So we have our chips from the magical potatoes. We have kale. Do you recommend a sauce to go with it or just pure as such?
Just like that. It's a nice, beautiful, nice, quick snack.
And you know, Rafael, Donnell and I were cheering with the dry haute couture, and it goes very well with it. You know, so if you don't want to do a cocktail, you see the dosage here is high. So compensate in the mouthfeel beautifully with the fries. Nothing more fun to serve, again, to your friend, to your family. I mean, easy and not as bad from a health part. So, I want to thank, of course, Rafael, as always, for this amazing session. And Donnell, who is back.
Thank you.
And so, we're going to have to do more cocktails.
More
Everybody
cocktails.
wants more.
Yep.
And I think it's so great, Donnell, what you've created. Two marvelous cocktails, very fresh, very refreshing on both sides. A lot of bubbles, not heavy in terms of sugar, in terms of sorbet or anything else. Light, elegant, and refreshing. So, we give you rendezvous very soon on JCB Live,
Thank you.
Wine Style.
Cheers.
Cheers.